Performance, design and modern technology. That's what the super sports cars from Porsche, Ferrari and McLaren have in common. At just below 1,000 horsepower and prices around 1 million euros, they are only a dream for many car enthusiasts. The LaFerrari, the McLaren P1 and the Porsche 918 Spyder. Emerson Fittipaldi is a specialist in the development of new technology for sports cars. The two-time Formula One world champion from Brazil knows the business.
Well, I know they are similar in one way to the P1, but I only drove the McLaren P1. I have not tried the Ferrari, I have not tried the Porsche. I heard that the cars are fantastic cars. Are like a laboratory. They are like a science, trying to reach the maximum performance with amount of energy. And that's very good for the future of cars.
Does this combination also make the cars faster? The North Loop of the world-famous Nürburgring. All is set for a record attempt. Porsche wants to break the record for road-legal production vehicles with their 918 Spyder. The ambitious goal is a time under 7 minutes. Le Mans race driver Marc Lieb is behind the wheel. As an engineer, he took part in the development of the car. The current record for the 20.2-kilometer track is 7 minutes 12 seconds.
You could also just feel the tension within the whole team. We didn't really know what was actually possible with the car. Can we make it in less than 7 minutes?
The attempt is an unusual situation for Marc Lieb. In his races, the successful driver normally doesn't drive on street tires.
I have never driven this fast here, not even with a racing car.
The home of the 918 Spyder, Zuffenhausen on the outskirts of Stuttgart. This is where Porsche has its headquarters and where the 911 has been in production for more than 50 years. Manually in the past, now also with the help of modern technology. About 30,000 911s leave the factory here every year, and the quantities that are being produced directly next door suggest something special.
With 918 units, the number of cars we are producing is relatively high for a super sports car. But this is really only possible because of our manufacturing concept and because it is entirely constructed by hand.
Finest leather. Only the most well-suited materials are used here. The car's heart, the V8 combustion engine, is assembled by one mechanic from beginning to end. It takes about 20 hours until the motor is completed and ready to be installed manually. The 887 horsepower sports car costs about 800,000 euros. However, with special extras to further increase vehicle dynamics or a special car finish, the price quickly goes up to a little less than 1 million. Nevertheless, the car is highly coveted.
We sold out a few days ago. You can imagine the cries of joy in our team.
Osman Dumbaya is a real sports car enthusiast. He is fascinated by the top cars from Ferrari, McLaren and Porsche. So he bought a 918 Spyder. Many buyers love their sports cars' unique motor sounds. He, however, enjoys the silent driving with an electric motor, which, compared to other super sports cars, is only possible with the Porsche.
I find it really fascinating that I actually prefer driving in electric mode, which is in stark contrast to the car's nature. It feels like you're driving in a future car, a car that shouldn't exist for another 20 years, and that's quite fun.
The other producers of super sports cars also rely on hybrid technology, limited quantities and stiff prices. McLaren is only building 375 units of the P1 with a price of 1 million upward. The Ferrari will cost an additional 200,000 euros with only 499 units produced. There will also be further more efficient hybrid racing cars. Lamborghini has now presented the Asterion, a plug-in hybrid concept car. It is the very first Lamborghini with an electric motor. Back to the 918 Spyder's record attempt. The clock is ticking. Now everything is focused on finishing in under 7 minutes. Mark Lieb drives full throttle and pushes the car to its limits. And they make it, 6.57. A record time and a top performance by both the technology and the driver. And so, hybrid technology seems to also catch on in the class of super sports cars. The high-performance car's power speaks for itself at least.